You're watching the Comcast Network. CN100, Chicago.
I don't know how many teams in the state that match up real well with them on paper. Their skill position players are all very good. They've got speed. Their size up front is across the board is just monstrous.
Their offense and defense a little awkward from what you play week to week, so you have to prepare a little bit differently. They've scored a lot of points, and they always have, which is kind of unlike a lot of option teams. But because of their personnel, it allows for a lot of big plays.
I think Huntley's very excited to host this game, and I know our fans are excited to go over there too.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing 4 years ago, not very many people had heard of Huntley High School, and now we have to have shuttles to get all the fans in.
If you're interested in high school football, especially up here in the northwest suburbs, I think it should be a great night for football.
I think it's exciting for our communities, and in a day when a lot of people want to put down the game of football, I think it's thriving here at our high school.
Welcome to Huntley, everybody, for the CN100 Game of the Week tonight. It is a battle of undefeated teams as 4-0 Cary-Grove takes on 4-0 Huntley. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Jim Blaney along with Jack McInerney, and this is a big deal in Huntley. We have an absolutely packed stadium for the game tonight. Let's first of all, Jack, talk about Cary-Grove. They are back in their usual perch as one of the top high school football teams in the state of Illinois. In fact, if you look at their record, 4-0, and their amount of opponents' victories, they're right in there in the top 5 in the state.
Well, they are, and of course, they're runner-ups last year. They lost to Providence in the state championship game. They lost most of their starters. They have 5 returning. But the thing about it is they've won 17 of their last 18 football games. As we watch the sophomore game, they don't have to lose a lot of kids. They just reload. They are very, very good.
For Huntley, this is a huge game in their school's history tonight because they have never beaten Cary-Grove.
Well, if they're ever going to beat them, this could be the night to do it. They've got an all-conference quarterback coming back. He averages about 228 yards a game as far as offense. They have a stable of running backs that they just discovered due to injuries earlier in the season. So they've got a lot of speed and a big offensive line.
Off the snap, back to throw, downfield, has a man on the post, touchdown Huntley. Into the waiting arms of Eric Mooney. 42 yards on the play, and the Huntley Red Raiders cannot have had a better start to this game in spite of a couple of penalties on the opening drive.
This is just a real good play right here by the quarterback, keeping play alive with his feet. But he looked one way and came back to Mooney, who outran the corner. Sean Cullen, he bit on the play fake. You can see the flow in one direction. He comes back and just lays the ball right up in the air. Good throw, good catch, right into your living room for 6.
And grab an 8-0 lead. Benetti back to throw. Here comes the rush, and he'll be taken down at the 35-yard line. Kevin Peterson, the junior linebacker, coming in and making a nice tackle. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards, second down 15.
Well, again, this is something they need to do. They brought him off the edge at the top of your screen right here. The tackle went down. He just looped outside, and they had nobody to count for him as far as blocking because the back was on the other side.
First down and goal from the 5. They do. Hare to the goal line. He put the ball across the goal line. No signal for a touchdown, but it's fallen on top of in the end zone by one of the Huntley players, and it's a touchdown for the Red Raiders.
You can see just a good second effort here by Hare getting into the end zone, but what happens is he gets a good pop right there, and as he's trying to spin to get in the end zone, he just loses the football, and he's not across the goal line when that happens. So there's a fight right there. Good job of reaction.
Max Skoll was right there, but McCloin got to it before he did, so it's a fumble recovery touchdown from McCloin. It's a 15-0 lead for Huntley. Officially second down and 5. Hare gets the carry again, finds a hole, has room, has a first down. Out to the 43, the ball comes out, and it is the Cary-Grove Trojans who get the stop. They get the ball. It looks like John Cullen, the cornerback, came out of the pile with the football. Cary-Grove gets the stop that they needed on the opening series in the second half for Huntley on offense.
And Casey Hare came out like a man possessed on his first 2 carries of the ball game, and here's just a good job right here, turning up inside, running hard, and the ball is just stripped. That's just an excellent job right there by the linebacker, stripping the football. Max Skoll, number 31.
On second down, keeper, Benetti into the end zone, touchdown Huntley. 15 yards on the run.
Well, that play right there was just a trap. You can see the guard and tackle puller. It's actually a quarterback counter with a guard and tackle pull. Those were in the old days when they ran that with a tailback. Now they run it with a quarterback. Good effective play. The tackle kicks out and the guard leads them up the field. And if you have a good running quarterback, it's an excellent play. And you can see right there, they have that, and it resulted in 6.
To view this exclusive Xfinity TV programming in its entirety, check the CN100 schedule for a list of air times, or view this program anytime on demand by selecting Get Local and choosing CN100.